Good morning. Welcome to Flat Earth Early Bird number 2415. I'm your host Arwijn, and before I start the show, please don't forget to share it on any platform you deem fit, and if you haven't already, follow me here on Rumble and be here when I'm going live, which is normally 2 p.m. Amsterdam time every day. And please also do support me through the PayPal, Patreon, Give, Send, Go, links are in the description box below, or send me super chat over at the Rumble live chat when the show is live, or subscribe to my channel and support me that way. Any support would be greatly appreciated. Can really use it. Right. Weather today is pretty remarkable. It's a bunch of clouds now. But I mean, when I got up like 2 hours ago, it was completely clear blue sky. And I mean completely clear. I don't think I've even seen that too often during the summer. It's just a pristine blue sky. No trails whatsoever. It was really nice. This blanket of sun and low wind. It's like now that the clouds hanging up in front of the sun, there's a bit more wind, but there's just very little wind and just really nice and warm sun. Great. Took a smoke on the balcony and it was just really relaxing. So yeah. Very beautiful day this Monday, very unexpected. Right, so it is Monday, the 29th of September 2025. Temperature is 18 degrees Celsius. Feels warmer than that, but okay. With 60% humidity, 8 kilometers an hour wind, 15% precipitation. Oh, okay. Doesn't look like it's gonna rain at all. And yesterday it didn't either. Right. So yeah, great weather. Very nice. I feel a little off though. I mean, yesterday I didn't have lunch and I just felt like I want a pizza, and I got pizza, organic, all that. But I mean, I don't know what it was. Maybe it's like the peppers that I put on it was like a bit strong, but it just didn't sit all that well all together. So, and it's weird. I feel like that now. I feel like I'm weirdly depleted in a way. Like digesting that took some like resources off me or something. So yeah, I mean, it tasted really nice though. I did basically feed myself with that yesterday. The entire day. So it was a pretty big pizza. It's like pretty large. Not super thick or anything. But yeah, it's a little heavy on the digestive system for me. Right, but today makes up a bit for it. Having this weather is just really pleasant and it's very like recovering. So hope everybody had a great weekend. like this crazy ass shooting on Church Latter-day Saints. I mean, that's an event, and like in a way, I guess that kind of gets to me because I'm rooting for these guys. I root for the Mormons a lot. Like they helped me when I was like in real serious spiritual trouble. Could have gone a lot worse if they hadn't. Right. But yeah, that's the thing. Is there pineapple on the pizza? No. No, I just made my own pepperoni with it. Like the way that I typically like to do it, make it a full meal pizza, is I put freshly cut chili pepper on it, mozzarella, and it was really nice, but it just didn't sit all that great. And it could be because the pepper was just too hot. It was not just a regular chili pepper, it was a slightly different one because those were the only ones that were sold separately. Didn't want to get a package of chili peppers. But yeah, I think it might have been a bit hot, a bit spicier than the ones that I'm used to. Might have something to do with that. So I'm not doing that for a while. But no, I don't do pineapple on pizza. I mean, I could eat it, but if I had a choice, I would not choose that. No. And besides, like if there's gonna be pineapple, I'd rather just have pineapple not cooked, just on the side of it. Much more fresh. A bit of juicy, fresh pineapple or whatever. That can be nice, but not like put on the pizza in the oven. Like that just seems weird. Anyway. Ah. Fuck. This is really weird, man. More news out of America. Apparently in Orange County there was a high school that was doing a weekly series of education on witchcraft rituals. The fuck? Teaching witchcraft in the schools. I mean, I sort of almost have to laugh about it, but I mean, that is pretty messed up though. That is like made a part of the curriculum. Like, what the fuck? It's a bit bizarre. Definitely wouldn't recommend that. I mean, if they're into that sort of thing, they can do that all by their own. It's very easy to get into the such things, like different little witch clubs and all that. But to like have it in school, that just sounds wrong. Sounds wrong to me. Like, I could imagine even if you're not a Christian, you would raise your eyebrow over that. Anyway, hope everybody's having a good weekend. Hello, Herb Jackson. See, Gaining Wisdom is there in the Discord. A whole bunch of videos. Interesting little thing about Freemasonry and arches, and discovered that apparently depicting individuals in an arch like emphasizes or like amplifies like that they're like tapping into higher consciousness, which is like, huh, I didn't know that specifically. So apparently I intuitively did it the right way. It's just, yeah, I mean, that to me is like a form of synchronicity. Because I basically just had the arch on an impulse. Like this, like, yeah, I want to like sit in an arch. That would be cool. I hadn't really like studied into it, like, oh, what would that mean? And because I'm not like that at all. I'm very, very intuitive. And I don't just like try to read things about the occult and then like, oh, I gotta do this, and well, there's no way that's coincidence. Well, yeah. Well, it is a synchronicity at least. Look, I don't strive to be a Freemason or anything. Recognize and respect like the lore of Freemason, like what they have has a point. And I'm as far as like being able to acknowledge that. But it's not like I always have like Freemason specific knowledge on the mind or anything. It's not like I'm letting their principles guide me through life. No. Not consciously anyway. But I mean, every time I like learn something about them or talk to somebody about it, It would always be like, oh yeah, that's pretty smart. Like, you guys have thought about this stuff, worked it out. Like, so I always did respect it. No, I did not mean that. Okay, fair enough. I'm just addressing it. Or even more. So I just never really dug deeper with it. I was just not super interested.
How to slash your energy bills overnight with this simple heating solution? This plug-in heater is being called...
Phil's a utility warehouse partner who could save you hundreds on your bills and then play you through for a sitter.
Do the dream walking and the vision explorer, and that's what I do. So it just kind of, it turns out that sitting in an arch really fits. And that's just funny. Like, huh. Okay. Cool. Right. Let's just, that's all this stuff here. Arches. Hey, that's in an arch. In an arch. So it's like a thing that they put ascended masters, or they put Jesus in an arch and other figures, and but it's apparently also used as a symbol. Like, you have a story, the story contains wisdom, the wisdom comes from that individual, so they'll depict the individual in an arch. And that's kind of like how they use it in iconography and all that. So that's what this video lays out, among other things. It's a pretty interesting video. I'll copy it so you can just watch it if you like. Right. There's also this other video from a movie. It's a brilliant clip about perception and anticipation, that you can master something, then you follow a pattern as you're trying to attain information. But if there's trickery about it and you didn't anticipate it, you won't see it. And that's basically what this video shares. Great. Brilliant. Alright, what else? Oh yeah, some metaphors about being in a tough spot. Right. So yeah, sometimes I come across a couple of interesting videos that I'll like post in the early bird chat so they can talk about it for a little bit during the show. Right, so yeah, Herb Jackson, appreciate you didn't mean to like scrutinize, although I wouldn't mind. I mean, dude, I have like 33 in the I do kind of play with free, like I play like I could be a Freemason if you don't really know, but I mean, it's quite official. I'm not part of a lodge, so, but I've been interested, and my grandfather was a Freemason apparently, although I've literally never met him in person. I got to see like a photograph of him one time, and it's like I completely did not recognize him in any ways. Like, yeah, a complete stranger. And that's it. And my mother barely knew him either, because he basically left that family, which is not a good trait, of course. Right. But I will always remember, like, when my grandfather died, and my mother found out, and we went to their funeral, which they, like, it was all just a bunch of Freemason old dudes. And they didn't know. They didn't know he had a daughter at all. Like, he had hid that for 80 years or something. Like, it just never ever even mentioned it. It's like it basically went undercover in his, it started a new life. Do I visit any family? No. No. I'm not so tight with the family. I mean, I used to have a bit trouble fitting, because my behavior was not very societally adapted. I just wouldn't really fit too much. But then the more I got into like conspiracy theory and all that, it got worse. And then when I got into flat earth, it got like, I'm not even sure, like, for example, what my brother even thinks about, if he's aware of it, that I'm into that. But I got a good suspicion he's not gonna respect it at all. Not because it would be unfeasible, but because he just does not want to deviate from like official stories. It's like he's just not in, he's not gonna like it. And I mean, if you go around in general looking at just random flat earther videos, I wouldn't blame him, because that does seem kind of tedious and chaotic and disorganized and loud and a bit paranoid, and it's just not appealing at all. It's like the frequency isn't appealing. My family are a bunch of assholes. Blood is not thicker than water. Okay. Yeah. I mean, my family aren't assholes, but I am kind of an outsider type, and they aren't. They're more of like moderate liberal type. Like, they're not oppositionally defiant to the right wing or to Christianity, but they don't think like that. Like, they're not part of it. It's just like kind of liberal in the old-fashioned way, and sensible enough. I don't know. Is that sad? No, it's not sad. It's always the way it is, and I mean, if I was just a little bit better integrated with the job and actually getting surplus money, then I would probably seek out my family, like go to my brother or whatever, because I actually have a little bit of money to spare to do such things. Because I don't go out. I don't go anywhere. Why? Because it always ends up costing money, or you're gonna be somewhere hanging and being the super cheapskate, and everybody's gonna know it, and that sucks too. I don't want to hang around a place where everybody's just gonna look at me like that guy's like a poverty guy. Don't want that. I do better just on my own. Alright. But in my imagination, one day I will climb out of it or something. I don't know though if I actually will with the way the world works right now here. But you gotta hold on to some kind of fantasy that it's not just all going down over time. Because that's extremely demoralizing to think about. It's like, yeah, I'm just delivered to entropy. Nothing I can do to change it. Yeah, I don't want to feel like that. Alright. But to me, I mean, blood is thicker than water. But, I mean, family always brings more issues with it. Because the defining quality with family is that you get confronted with their sides that they wouldn't show anybody else. You have another confidence layer because it's family, and then you get to deal with that. So and like I just see myself like I'm a guy that's tough to deal with if you find people like me tough to deal with. Because if you don't, then I am really great. Like if you can't just handle that I'm a bit emotionally can be all over the place, then I am like, basically, if you can tolerate it, I'll be extremely loyal to you. Like I have a bond like that with one of the roommates who really gets me, and like she's not like about it towards me at all. Like she like really understands that I'm just like doing my best and everything, and so then that really motivates me to basically make her happy. Because she gets me. But that's rare. That's just rare out there. And it always used to be rare. There's not a lot of people out there that I would bump into throughout my life that would really get me or care. And I need that. I need to be understood. I needed to be able to bypass certain spiritual blockages, to fully exploit my spiritual dynamic and abilities. I need to be able to connect with somebody because they truly know me, if like as a unity with other people. Once that connection is made, I am like extremely group oriented and loyal. I am. But I'm also very careful what I connect up to, because if I give that bond to people that don't really deserve it, or that are not dealing with it properly, then things go wrong. Tensions start to build up that I can't deal with. It leads to me eventually hallucinating. And in a way, that's kind of what happened with FED. I bonded with them like a new family, and it really was like that. But then I just noticed, like, you're always dwelling on these frequencies, and I try to like basically uphold like there should be a better standard, shouldn't do that, and they ignored it, and eventually they resented it that I would point at it. And then, yeah, I mean, I can't keep connected with that. It's like I can't be part of a family where there's not these high standards. Even though it might be higher than average, etc. It's not just about understanding. It's also about like emotional spiritual conduct, etc. And not everybody has it in them to be able to do that, because it takes some responsibility to uphold that dynamic. But the results, though, are amazing when people do. And so, yeah. Oh, okay, Nathan is a smug asshole, I can stand it. Okay. I mean, it's part of his shtick. It's part of his attitude within his position, his academic position. I mean, in normal dealings with Nathan is not smug at all. It's very nice. It's pretty modest. But if you go up in an academic sense, try to like play it down his intellect, his insight, his principles within physics, etc. Yeah, that's when he's gonna become a smug asshole. That's part of his academic attitude. You just gotta understand that about it. It might still annoy you, but I mean, you gotta differentiate. Alright, so it's not really relevant to what I was talking about. Right. Right, so yeah, my family are not a bunch of assholes like yours, Herb Jackson. But I don't really connect up well with them. And in a way, you could say it's actually my own intolerance that gets in the way the most. That I get disappointed that they won't go there with certain types of thinking. Because that is a typical theme throughout the family. They all have their own things where they're like, I don't want to know about this thing. Like, I don't want to know about spiritual stuff at all. It's like, oh, okay, no spiritual stuff. Well, that certainly then cuts down my option range by like 90%. What? What are you talking about? Vodka. I don't drink vodka. What the fuck are you talking about? And yeah, I do have tea. This is coffee. This is mint tea. Don't know what you're talking about. Just trying to play some stupid games. Drop it. Now, there's no freaking alcohol drinking associated with my show, so don't do that. Right. Hope everybody appreciates the show. I feel like I'm pretty... I'm focused, at least. My concentration is doing pretty well, but I do feel like I'm in recovery. But I mean, I've been like, I don't know, high tension, slightly anxious, like almost the entire month. The frickin' internet cut out, and just other shit. So So, I mean, I really hope that now it's gonna just like not be like that anymore. This month, the coming month of October. Hear a hum? That's not mowing grass. That's somebody sanding wood. Anyway, hope everybody's having a great day. Don't forget the Rogan's up the show if you're liking it. Woohoo, I got a Rogan. I might play this TikTok video with sound. Why not? Right. Thought that was a pretty good message. Good message to share. It's great. It's a very practical metaphor. I mean that's the guy that really like. That's a real Christian type of thinking. Brilliant. Right, if you're going through a tough time, it's because you're being reforged. Just gotta go through it and gotta trust in God and trust in an end result, and that it doesn't require your conscious oversight, your micromanage. It's not required. So it really holds up, that metaphor. Things happen to you, you reform in the face of it, and you have to trust it will be better and more suited and dynamic, because I mean it will. Low iron fixer. What? Hmm. Hey, Gaining Wisdom, good to see you in the Rumble chat. I'm familiar with Alpha Vedic. Not specifically. Cutting edge vegan and paleo spark nutrition, optimal health and vitality? Is that what you're talking about? Or are you just Tara trying to like make me talk about Indian shit again? Because that would make sense. Ah. Dust colors. Yeah, that's what I just read. So yeah, I'm not familiar with that. Alright, I'll just put this in the title. It makes sense to say it like that. Blood is thicker than water, but family takes more effort. Right. Hope everybody is appreciating the show. Don't forget to Rogan's it up if you are, and if you want to pop on and, I don't know, comment, talk about my family or talk about your family, or right, there's always room here to talk about how you're not connecting up with your family because of, I don't know, flat earth or some other subject, because it does get in the way. And this is like any conspiracy researcher is always going to be facing that issue. It's really worth actually focusing on it to deal with it more efficiently, because it just seems wrong that any person that would like really tap into the mental and the complications of mind control and society and all that, that they would always end up being the outcast in their family. Like, that's a tragedy, because everybody that goes through that, they initially want to actually use their insights to warn their family and help them get to their level. But that then rarely ends up really happening. Or it partially, and it divides the family. And there should be a way through that. But I mean, it is pretty important for anybody that gets into like alternative subjects like that to just realize that if you're really gonna get into it, it's gonna transform your relationship with your family. And that you can't always just have an ideal outcome. That rarely happens. Right? Maybe if you really are the alpha in the family and you're like truly in control and on top of things in the right way, then you might get through that and actually have everybody just come with you in the mental transformation in balance, because you're a real reliable cornerstone person that everybody depends upon, and then that works better. And if you're not specifically that individual within the family, then you gotta realize if you tap into these subjects, it is literally going to compartmentalize and then isolate you. That's just gonna happen. And I think that any conspiracy researcher or young people that are getting drawn into that thing, they should like realize that about it right away, because most don't. Most just get pulled in with their curiosity and they don't understand the consequences. It's like, but I'm figuring out how it really works. It's like, yeah, I know you are, but it's going to be a work in progress, and there will be friends, there will be family that are literally going to reject that and brace against it and downgrade you on their pleasant scale, basically because of that. That they now don't find you pleasant as much as they did because of that subject that you might typically bring up. Because the subject you bring up is going to be the thing that's going to be associated with you for them. Her family are all liberal cucks. Oh, Jesus. Rusty old battle axe of a wife. That's a very strange way to describe your wife. But okay. Doesn't like it when you do your own research. That sounds like your wife is a bit controlling. That's tough. Right. Dominic, Jesus. Don't go there, Duskulos. Just don't do that. Please. Consensus orthodoxy. That's one way to call it. Are we in church? Yeah, we're in my church. You got it? This is my chat. Did you know? Hey, you're in the chat on my show. I do it in a certain way. There's certain things I don't really tolerate. I've been very consistent with it for a decade. You should know. Thou shalt respect the sanctity of chat. Yeah, in here you will. Yeah, this is a place where people go that strive to get rid of like porn addictions and over sexualizing mindsets. Yeah, my show is a place where you let that go. Right? Because such things are private. You know, it's crazy liberal trend to just throw it all out there, be overtly disgusting with it. Yeah, I do not side with that trend at all. I find it an atrocity. It's a social dilapidation through the internet, and it's a terrible thing. And it literally ruins people's lives. Right? Because when everything just becomes about sex, and every word is just like some kind of form of sexual innuendo to you, well, guess what? You're not going to pay a lot of attention to what's actually happening. You're just going to be playing sex games in your mind, wasting your energy, wasting everybody's time. I'm against that. I'm against that behavior. I think that the pornographification, however you're going to say that, I don't know, is a cultural disease that we are all suffering under in the West primarily. It's literally a cultural disease, and it's killing our numbers. It lowers the standards, weakens the social bonds between people, universally, statistically. Contributes to social isolation and dilapidation. And, like, I will not be part of that. I take it very serious. Who runs the porn industry? There's a lot of rabbis there. They're really into that. But yeah, I mean, who cares who runs it? It's the people that keep tapping into it, that keep chasing their addiction. Oh, numbers, who is the R? European native people, white folk, and white adjacent. And I don't know, just the culture. Like, even, like, I'm a third or fourth generation descendant of immigrant. Like, everybody that really adapts and integrates, they are suffering under that sort of thing because it's like a cultural thing. It's okay to do this now. Yeah, but it isn't. It's very unhealthy. People, like, officially get addicted to it. There's therapy to deal with it. That says something. Yeah, you can all just, oh, blame it on the Jew. Yeah, but you're the one that's doing it, though. They're just providing. Yeah, nobody taps into it, then the Jews don't have any business with it. Because they have such business with it because people keep doing it. Why would God make us like a thing like that? Because it's based on instinct, getting to that thing. Yeah? You gotta have a grip on yourself. You gotta see it like this is literally like a Luciferian seduction that's taking place. You're being played spiritually on your instincts. You gotta get a grip. You gotta stop it. You gotta realize what it is and allow it to be ruined for you so that you can step away. You gotta be honest about what's actually happening and not just use it as an escape to escape the understanding of reality. Right? So that's where the addiction comes from. So you just stop. Just stop. Now stop. I'm glad that I just don't have that much issues with it. I'm not a porn addict. I mean, I had a phase, but that's like 20 years ago. But I mean, I'm not so super perverted. It's just I never got really gross with it or anything. I think some people just take it way too far with that shit. I don't even want to know about it. I always just find that creepy. Right, but I mean, I do not have an addiction to it, thank God. Not at all. Right. And realize that also the addiction will be fueled by escapism. So if you're drawn to it, that means you're being drawn away from something else that's not so pleasant. That you actually have to confront to change it. You're not doing that because you're using the porn to escape from it. The more you do that, the harder it will be to actually face the thing you're escaping. And it will ruin relationships that way. Because you're using it to not confront something you need to be confronting. It's always like that, I think. I mean, if you're in a relationship and you're still porn addicted, then it's there for a reason. I mean, you already addressed your wife being an old, rusty battle axe, so that's already kind of weird. Then have porn addiction on the side? I don't know, man. You're gonna let yourself go? Okay. Well, maybe she would be inclined to do a little bit more about it. If you actually encouraged her that maybe she's more than that. But I mean, stop buying her food. What? What? This is getting weird. Okay. Right. So yeah, this chat direction is getting very distracting. Whatever. It's so good. Oh, okay. Wow. Well, Herb Jackson, you're doing it to yourself. Right? I mean, you don't really have a lot of rights to complain if you're literally dependent on her like that. I mean, you shouldn't even call her like your fat ugly wife. That's actually kind of nasty. Yeah, maybe you should have a little bit of humility. Right? I mean, yeah, you get a job, you become a breadwinner, and then you might have the right to maybe have a couple of complaints. Yeah, you don't have to apologize to me. What the fuck? Okay. I don't know why, but my microphone just got completely cut out of the system for some freaky reason. What the hell is this? Because now it's using my webcam mic. I might have to restart OBS. Is it working here? No, my audio is working here. There's something weird going on. Something strange with OBS. Okay. Default? What default? What? That's why it's so loud. I don't know what you're talking about. It is very loud? Yeah, I bet, because it's a different microphone. This is weird. I gotta stop the stream and then continue it, because, I mean, the sound's just not working. OBS is a pain in the ass. It is right now for some reason. So anyway, I'm gonna cut the stream and then immediately start it back up. It should just cut a few seconds out of the... As long as it's working in the stream, it's working again. Yeah, I know. Right, anyway, I'm gonna take a 2-minute break actually. I really need to. I'll be right back. Don't forget to Rogan's it up if you're liking the show. About literally the person that you're being your provider. You don't have the right to bitch about it then. Right? If you want the right to be bitchy about it, well, you gotta get on top. You gotta indeed lose the dependency, or it's just super weak otherwise. right? Complaining about how your wife is not to your liking when she's literally providing you with income. I mean, that's wrong. That's just wrong. I would never do that. Yeah, that's what I was saying when my mic got cut off somehow. Got it? Or are you just a troll, Herb Jackson? Are you just here to force me to talk about getting a job again because you're just incredibly sickly obsessed with like trying to make me get a job? That's it. You're just doing a little act here that, yeah, not appreciated. I'm doing my best. Okay. I'm sorry. Okay, sure. This is Arwijn's job. Okay. Well, if I'd actually get some more serious support on a regular basis, then it could have been my job, but it's not really, though. Because I'm not getting that income. So, yeah. I mean, this is what I do. It's not literally a job. Do I get money from ads? Pfft, barely. Maybe like a 2 cents a day or something. It's just not really adding up. Oh, I had a jade orange in there. Didn't see you there. Haven't seen you in a while. It's getting a bit chilly in here. The jackdaw's taking a bath. Yeah, Doik, no. No, I could get my back. No, but I didn't get banned on YouTube over political reasons. So yeah, I'm not gonna get back on YouTube. And it seems to be a bit of a ruse too. I mean, a ton of people got back, but then they were immediately deleted again. So It just seems like it's more of a virtue signal from YouTube that they're doing that. They're not really, though. They remain very politically biased. YouTubers come back. Okay, yeah, sure. I like it here on Rumble. Like, I just don't have to worry about what I'm saying too much. So, hey. Thank you for saying my name correctly. Most people don't. Yeah. Thank you for the $1 super chat in the Rumble live chat. I appreciate that, Doik. Hey, LSG, good to see you. Hey, gaining wisdom. Gaining wisdom in the Discord. Voice chat. Can you hear me? Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can. I can.
Okay.
Hey, thanks for joining. How you doing?
Yeah. Yeah. Went ahead and knocked breakfast out.
Ah. Yeah, it's.
They got,
It's. Sorry, you go.
No, I'm saying, yeah, they got food up, fed, and when they wake up, they got breakfast ready.
Ah, nice.
So I'm not trying to do it.
Right, yeah, good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Good morning all.
You got nice weather like I do? It's like really beautiful here today.
Yeah. Yeah, another. It looks like I'm getting another one. Like 3-4 days in a row. And it's getting cooler. Feels like fall here now.
Right. Yeah, it is not super warm, but I mean, when there's barely any wind and the sun is just openly shining without much clouds to obstruct it, it's like really nice here. But I mean, as soon as the sun goes away, it's going to be pretty damn cold again, I'm sure.
Yeah, well, we had another one of our shirts. This one actually burned.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. It was a full-blown terrorist attack. Like, they drove a truck right into the wall and then set the place on fire and started shooting. But they at least had security, so he was taken out pretty quick. But yeah,
Did they have security?
I think so. They, and I mean, the Mormons are like, they do typically have their guards. It's like kind of standard. They're not always armed everywhere. They're not armed here, of course. But I mean, in America, they probably are. But they always have like somebody standing at the door. That's like a standard tradition. Like even here, it's like you come in the church, there's somebody outside of the main hall to receive people coming in. So it's like a thing they always do. Like who has guard duty kind of thing. Right.
Yeah, I didn't have those details. The truck, and I didn't really listen to it that much.
No, I just caught that a little bit from like Infowars reporting. I mean, there should be some in that article that I posted. Right there.
Yeah, I just looked at it. Like the headline. I was like, okay, another shooting.
Right, but it was not just a guy walking in a church and then shooting a bunch of, like they really like drove a truck into the wall and shit. It's crazy. Yeah. But yeah, that was a bit of a shocker that happened. And because it's like a Latter-day Saints church from the Mormons, like I do feel like I feel more kinship with that specific Christian group than most others. So it's like, I don't like that. They're not gonna like it either. Like,
yeah, personal security. I mean, that's good. I see that as like one of the ancient moralities. You know, you be prepared, for whatever. You know, the concept of like Second Amendment.
right.
Armed populace. As I believe there's a moral duty, especially on the men's side. So many times, because what is like even the Bible, it sets you out among fools.
Right. Yeah, no, Mormons, they are very aware that there's enemies of Christianity and that they get violent. Like they're aware of that sort of thing. They're not so surrenderist as a lot of other churches have become. They just let everything happen. Because, I mean, Mormons have a very strong community spirit. It's like the whole religion really is a lot about that. It's all about family tradition and. Oh, the volume is low. Hold on. I still got you on desktop audio mute. Sorry.
I even got my mom thinking about getting her a little Derringer. She's like, that's just like, I was like, well, what if somebody walked up in your church? Because they don't have that. They have a few guys that are in law enforcement in there. And I was like, well, who in there is packing heat, And he's like, well, this one guy, but he doesn't come every time. I was like, well, that's because he's law enforcement, but every one of those men in there could potentially be that. I was like, you could do that, Meemaw. I said, if somebody walks in and wants to start firing like that, you just pull out your old hog leg. He's like, well, what I did? I was like, well, you getting handed over Did they get him? She's like, yeah, they took him down. I was like, well, and how long did that take? I didn't know the details. But they had Johnny on the spot already.
No, they got it pretty quick. There's like he got one person killed. He himself got killed, and there were like 7 bystanders that got injured, not killed. So, like, basically, from that information, I'd have to say I don't know the details. Like, crashed in, came in, started shooting, and then probably immediately got shot. Got taken. Yeah, they're not gonna be rooted through some freaking through terrorist shit like that. Like they'll just be even more prepared the next time that something like that happens.
That's like, yeah, that's a little step in away from like Palantir. You know what I mean?
Hmm?
Or like that full lockdown police state. It's like the further we get away from like those natural, more ancient morals, the further away you get from nature, the more they're going into that digital lockdown type scenario, or the dystopian.
Yeah. Yeah, we're getting like a big attempted digital ID rollout here in Europe, and it's already like showing really bad signs. That they're like not even gonna leave it unspoiled. They're probably like immediately gonna start social engineering with it, which is really evil. So I'm kind of worried about it because that's coming over here too. I have no idea what's gonna happen with it. Like they might like really screw me over. That literally I won't even like even because I don't know how it is gonna go, but it could be that literally they will like disable me from even being able to receive PayPal's and shit. Not even kidding.
Yeah,
But maybe
yeah,
they
yeah.
won't.
No,
Maybe
like
they're like okay with it. It's not that much anyway. But if they said for whatever reason like oh you're some kind of political activist, that's always attempted to be politically neutral. It's just I'm free opinionated, and my opinion literally goes in all kinds of directions. But I never really like side with the political side, like because I just see issues with all sides. For me, it's
oh
always
yeah,
been like just point out the good things and point out the bad things, and then everybody should make up their own mind.
yeah.
Considered like visiting Forum for Democracy gatherings, but I mean I'm not gonna visit them with the current state of my clothing, because I would just look really weird and out of place, and they'd probably think I'm suspicious. Like, are you secretly Antifa? Like, no, I'm not secretly Antifa, but yeah. Like, if I want to of any form of riots, never have had any involvement in that sort of thing ever. Because I mean, when you get caught in riots, like, they frickin' tag you, right? Even if you're not really committing any violence or vandalism, then still, like, if you're in that place where that's happening, they're gonna use that to like tag you, and then you get Sauron's eye on you, and then anything you do might be grossly taken out of proportion, and then you get arrested for a wrong tweet. That's because of that.
Yeah, I heard that they're arresting people for tweets or what, for posting comments, opinions. Not even opinions, I think, like really calling for like violence or anything.
Yeah. No, I've never called actually for out, and that's always been my position, that I'm worried about that. And not that I'm like looking forward to it, except maybe when I'm like really in a bad mood and I'm like feel escalatory. But I mean, I never actually want it to really escalate out there. Like, I always want things to stabilize, because instability is the only time where people can actually let go of their polarized attitude about something and then really figure things out and figure out that they're probably wrong with things. That only works when things calm down. So that's why that's the position that I always want everything to be at. That everybody can have. Pain going around, and it's very difficult to deal with, and a lot of people deal with it by polarizing, just going into because that takes way longer.
Yeah.
So I'm just very aware of all these mechanisms of how that works, and so I try to work with that knowledge. I guess it's like a very psychologist-like attitude, but I mean, it is just that's how I do it.
Well, it is. I mean, it's,
and it also
like
basically it is about finding a way through. It is, in that sense, inspired by Christ's wisdom.
Yeah, right? Yeah.
Let God prove what is the best way to do it.
Right.
Right. Anyway, not that I'm like perfect ever. In these like super increasing debt spirals, like a lot of people in poverty tend to do. But I mean, that doesn't then mean that I'm like good at just getting out of it. That's a bit more difficult for me. But I'm working on it. Just a lot of it for me is just like spiritual fortitude to like get ready to change my mode of operation of what I'm going to be doing day in, day out. Because I'm really not looking forward to having this setting change. I've been used to this setup for a very long time. I've really adapted to it. And yeah, if I'm going to have a job, then that's going to be completely different. And then I have to adapt to that completely different setting and different ways I have to divide my energy, and like not having this standard time in the day where I can share everything that's on my heart, because that is therapeutical for me. Doing the show is therapeutical for me. If I didn't have it, then I would barely be talking, and I need to talk. All right. Yeah. So but I'll deal with it when I get to it. And I mean, when I get to that point, I will probably like do shows in the weekend or whatever. But yeah, like I do trust that I can find a balance once that initiates. Even though it's not escalated a lot, I just want to climb out of it so that I get to the point where I can just like spend money on anything other than just food and rent. Like maybe getting some new clothes.
Yeah.
Because I'm not getting there from this vantage point. Right. So yeah, we'll see.
Well, like when you feel like you need to speak from your heart, you know, it's like finding some kind of occupation, or you know, your work that you do, you know, for income, or you know, to produce your value. And that it should come from the same place. You know, where you find you have interest and find joy in it.
Right. Yeah, and there's absolutely no guarantee that I'll like be able to talk to colleagues about any of this sort of thing. Right? If I open up too much, then they might get disturbed and like complain to the boss or whatever. Because I mean, people do that. Yeah. So I just don't know if I'll be able to like share what's on my mind and on my heart as much once I get a job. So we'll just have to see. But I know that I won't be able to count on that happening.
Well, like I say, you keep it centered and relevant. You just go with it. Sure, you'll be fine.
Yeah. Well, if the job keeps me busy enough, that at least would be something.
Yeah. All right, Arwijn. I'm gonna go.
Oh, all right. Well, thanks for popping on. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem.
Have a good day and a nice breakfast.
Bye.
All right. See ya. All right, that was nice. I was actually gonna ask to take another 2-minute break, but he already left, so I'm gonna take another 2-minute break and I'll be right back. Don't forget to Rogan's it up. And I'm back. Alright. Going for almost 2 hours. It did start exactly on time today though. Oh man, it's really cooled down in here. I'm gonna put my sweater back on. And I'm back. Alright. Hope everybody's enjoying the show, or has enjoyed the show. I think I'm probably gonna round out. I'm getting kind of hungry and it's been 2 hours. And I got some more stuff to do. I got some administration things to take care of. I'm a little bit nervous about it, because it's something I have not done like this specific thing I need to do. I've never done that before. I hope it's gonna work out. If it won't, then I'm gonna have to call the person to try to figure it out tomorrow pretty early. So I really hope I'm gonna get it done. Right. So anyway, thanks everyone for coming. Hope you liked this show. If you did, then please don't forget to Rogan's it up. And if you haven't already, follow me here on Rumble and be here when I'm going live, which is normally 2 p.m. Amsterdam time every day. And please also do support me through the PayPal, Patreon, Gifts and Go. Links are in the description box below, or send me super chat over the Rumble live chat when the show is live, or subscribe to my channel. Support me that way. Any support would be greatly appreciated. You can really use it. Please support your local Arwijn. Like I really actually need it, or I'm gonna get in serious financial vacuum the coming month. So I'm really gonna need some support. I really hope you guys are gonna help me out. Otherwise I'll make my rounds and just e-bag directly. Because I mean, I don't have a choice, dude. The food bank's not helping me. It's just a shocker. So yeah, until I get a job, I am purely dependent on extra support just to be able to get food. It's true. I mean, this is literally my predicament. It's like I can't be concerned with whether that's embarrassing or not, because it's just the way it is, and there's nothing on the short run that I can do about it. Right. Anyhow, support your local Arwijn. Right. I'll be back tomorrow with Flat Earth Early Bird number 2416 on Tuesday. Hope to see you all then. Everybody have a great day. God bless you, and yeah, until the next video, keep it flat.